going up to 11. And we're going to be joined now by duty forecaster at the Met Service here in Kingston, Clayton Johnson. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Hi, good morning, Cliff. How are you?
I'm a little fearful, I must tell you. I'm a little fearful for what's happening to our friends, our colleagues, our neighbors in St. Vincent and Grenada now and the Grenadines.
Yes.
And what's in store for us come Wednesday. Yeah? But the best thing to do is to prepare. Yes?
Correctly so.
What's the latest on the status of Beryl?
Okay, first of all, greetings, listeners. Now, the location of Hurricane Beryl is approximately 55 kilometers northeast of Grenada, or 25 kilometers east-southeast of Carrico Island. Now, some very important information. The present movement is the system is moving west-northwest at 31 kilometers per hour.
31?
And, yes, that's pretty quickly.
Tell me in miles per hour. Old people like myself need to know
that's
miles.
20 miles per hour.
Good, that's pretty quick, yes.
All right. And the most important thing is that the maximum sustained winds with this system is 220 kilometers per hour or 140 miles per hour.
Wow.
What this means is that this system is Category 4 system on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale.
Yes.
Now, what that really means is that with this category system, it is classed as a major system from hurricanes hit Category 3 or what you'd say from 111 miles per hour or 178 kilometers per hour. They are now classified as major systems. Now, we're looking at Category 4 system between 209 to 251 kilometers per hour. So now that is the band that Beryl falls under. Now, that is a catastrophic system. So what damages does this system have was a potential damage to the system? Now, we're looking at down trees, of course, will build frames such as homes and so on. They can sustain severe damages, roofs and structures falling apart. So it's a very dangerous system we're looking at. Now, the question is this system expected to be across the Central Caribbean, including Jamaica, anytime soon? Now, as a matter of fact, Jamaica is under a hurricane watch. Now, what does that mean? Hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within a 48-hour bandwidth. So this gives us time now to do some final preparation, battening down, check the roof, whatever it is that is deemed necessary. Maybe you want to cut home some trenches around the home and so on.
Yes.
So it gives you that sort of time frame to deal with that.
Yeah.
Come Tuesday evening,
Tomorrow evening,
Tuesday evening now, the dynamics are expected to change. The wind strength will change, are expected to change. Now, whether it's a Category 3 or a Category 2 or even a Category 1 hurricane, now with these systems, they fluctuate in strength. Moving across the Eastern Caribbean, it's a Category 4 system. We're expecting a fluctuation with the system. Not sure what category it will come across when it enters Jamaica waters. We're expecting fluctuation. So it's a Category 3 or Category 2. No, that's still a dangerous system. As a Category 2 or a Category 3, well, a Category 3, as I mentioned before, it's still a major system. Category 2 is an extremely dangerous system with dangerous winds that can cause extensive damage. Now, extensive damage on land, yes, but very important also is damage to persons, especially along the coast. Now, we're talking about storm surge. Storm surge, that is the above normal rise in the waves and so on. That is extremely dangerous. And that can take out houses all of those places on the especially along the south coast, along the
And
coastal areas.
Mr.
Very
Johnson, you said
important.
something, that has me concerned because this is what I was looking for
Yes.
from my understanding of the movement of hurricanes over the decades. When they enter the Caribbean Sea south of Grenada, in the vicinity of Grenada, we are usually in problems. Yes? But this one has entered, but you're already picking up that it's also moving west-northwest,
Yes, it's moving to west to northwest at
which
31 kilometers
means
per hour.
it is more likely to be in our vicinity.
That is correct.
Hmm. By Wednesday.
Well, starting Tuesday evening. Remember, that it's a large system, and the outer bands or the spiral bands actually run ahead of the core or the bulk of the system.
Yes.
The cyclone or the hurricane is broken down into different sections. You have the outer bands, the spiral bands. Then you have the eye wall, which contains the dangerous strong winds and
That's
adverse
core.
weather conditions. A lot of shower conditions, intense rainfall, and then you'll have the center, which is actually the eye. There's nothing that is significantly meteorological-wise, weather-wise, in the eye. The eye is basically a place of calm. Now, what we should not mix things up with is to say where the center is, where the eye is. No, the eye is relatively calm. The significant thing, though, with the eye, if say the eye passes over you, the wind direction will come from the opposite side. So it's very important that we pay attention to the bulletins issued from the Meteorological Service.
All right, conditions in the Atlantic, yes, the western part of the region, were very favorable for its strengthening. What are the conditions like in the Caribbean Sea that it's now entering?
Okay, that's great, because not only warm water, sea surface conditions, it's one of those vital, it's a vital ingredient, yes, but there's also upper level wind shear. What does that mean? If the mid to upper level winds, they're hostile, meaning that it will not allow the system to grow. As soon as the clouds start to develop, they'll be sheared off or they'll be cut off. Moving a tropical cyclone or any disturbance moving in an area of moderate to high or strong wind shear, that you would classify that as the environment is not suitable or favorable for further growth. Now, in areas that is minimal or light shear, those are the environment that will sort of enhance growth. Now, entering into the Central Caribbean, we're expecting some sort of shearing to happen. Now, is that significant to shred the entire system apart? No. We're not expecting the whole shearing or shredding of this system when it enters the Central Caribbean. And we, Jamaica, we're in the part of the Central Caribbean.
Okay. Well, Clayton Johnson, thank you very much for that. Clayton Johnson is a duty forecaster at the Meteorological Service, and there you have it, the very latest. Get ready now, because this system, Beryl, yes, is in the Caribbean Sea, and one of the projected paths is that it is likely to come close to Jamaica. Yes, we are going to be impacted within 48 hours. The island is now under officially a hurricane watch. Now is the time, because it means that within 48 hours we will more than likely be having hurricane conditions. So now is the time to get your last minute preparations completed between now and tomorrow night, Clayton?
Yes, tomorrow evening.
Evening, not night. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson.
You're most welcome, and all the best.
And let me ask you,
Yes.
we